This guy orders an IPA. I just pour him like the house IPA and I put it in front of him and he takes a sip and he's like, man, this isn't an IPA. This is a Pilsner. And I was like, oh man, I'm so sorry. And I take it and I can smell it. The IPAs are very hoppy beers. And I can like just smell it from holding it. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I check the keg, make sure the keg is properly hooked up, and I just pour him another one. I give him this beer, and he's like, man, you just did it again. This is a Pilsner. I want an IPA. I could tell right away that this guy was already like, he needs to hear this from a man because he'll respect it. So I turn around to my male coworker and I say, what kind of beer is this? And he sniffs it for 1 second. He goes, that's an IPA. And he goes, well, I don't want this like Pilsnery beer. And I was like, okay. He steps in and gives him like a sample of a Pilsner. And then this man is like, man, this is what I want. This is an IPA.
Oh, no. People always say, like, a guy can't have a girl best friend. There are, like, toxic women or guys that literally, like, leech onto someone that they're just not so secretly in love with, right? Yeah. But then there are genuine platonic relationships.
Facts.
Like you.
Facts.
We're not even gonna name names. I have a very good friend in the social media world. We were walking around yesterday and our friend went to the bathroom and Brian was like, oh, where's your friend? And I was like, oh, I think he went to the bathroom. And Brian goes, isn't that him over there? And I said, I don't have my glasses on. I really can't see. And Brian goes, oh, the guy with the beard. And I go, he doesn't have a beard.
And I was like, he's been with us for 15 minutes walking like that guy. That same guy? He's a man with a beard. And then we walk up and guess what he had?
He had a beard.
Full beard.
Okay, in my defense, I thought you meant like long, like when I hear beard, I'm thinking like long, like off the
like
face.
Santa?
Yeah, a little bit.
You're like, no, he does not look like ZZ Top. What?
And I go, why was I picturing you without a beard? Like, maybe I was thinking to when we first met years ago. And he goes, Rebecca, I've always had a beard. Oh. Well, like, it's like you and I were talking before, like, we don't really see I don't see my guy friends, like, I don't really notice their physical characteristics, like, that's just my friend, like, I don't know.
I thought I was crazy, because I was like, this man that's been walking with us for 20 minutes definitely had a beard.
That's just what defines, like, the platonicness of your friendship is like, I don't notice the physical features. Like, I see your soul. Okay, kiddos, so we're gonna practice looking at sequences of events, and today's example is gonna be our bedtime routine. So, where does your bedtime routine usually start? Well, mine starts after dinner. After dinner sounds like a perfect place to start, okay? What do you guys typically do after dinner? I go take a bath. Ew, that's gross. Okay, Emily, what do you do instead? I take a shower because sitting in your own dirt soup is nasty. It's not nasty, there's soap. Both are clean options, totally okay. All right, first step is we're cleaning our bodies. Second step, what do you guys do next? I brush my teeth. Okay, good next step, cleaning our teeth. Make sure to write in your little square what that looks like for you. And next, Timmy, I hop into bed. Ooh, I think we might have skipped a step. You don't do anything before? No. Nothing at all? What about your pajamas? My family doesn't wear pajamas. They don't have to be pajamas. They can be shorts or a t-shirt. No, we don't like clothes at my house, so I just dry off and get into bed. I'm sorry, what? My parents say that clothes are restricting and unnatural, so we only wear them when we leave the house. So you guys are just bare all the time? I want to be nude at my house, but my mommy says no. Ms. Rogers, does that mean clothes are optional? I'm going to tell my mommy that I shouldn't have to wear clothes because no one in my class does. Oh, crap.
A lot of the anti-vaccine conversations that come out, they're not honest in terms of like public health. There's always a trade-off. So it's like, okay, well, if you do want to vaccinate and there's, all of these things in it, and the fear, I understand it. If you don't want to vaccinate, what's the downside risk of that? Like what used to happen? And a lot of times they're not honest about what used to happen. And it's like, well, what used to happen, people used to die a lot earlier, right? Or,
they would have measles, or they would
have... Or the kids would be like permanently scarred. Like I have an uncle who had polio. right? And so he was in a wheelchair for his entire life. We need to have the conversation about the downside risk that comes
from not vaccinating.
Well, not just that, but the like the foods, right? Some foods rot very easily if you didn't have certain preservatives in them. Now the question is, do we have too many preservatives? That's a legitimate question. So it's like, let's not have the preservatives, now all your food's moldy, right? So it's like, yeah, like we can have that conversation. And the fear, I understand it because it's very visceral, right?
Especially when it comes to long-term effects of chemicals that we might not know the long-term effects. But the truth of the matter is, okay, we might not know the long-term effects of these vaccines, but we do know the long-term effects of polio.
Right.
And we do know the long-term effects of measles.
In terms of like public health, to have honest conversation, you have to understand there's always a trade-off. And sometimes, a lot of times, the benefit greatly outweighs the risk.
Alrighty, ma'am, the total for your purchase is $32.95. You guys have tap to pay, right? We do, the block is right here. Thank you. No problem, I'll grab your receipt. No. Try again. Try what again? Your response. It was unacceptable, so try again. I don't understand. The proper response to thank you is you're welcome, okay? It's not you're all set. It's not sure thing. It's not no problem. The only response is you're welcome, okay? I apologize for upsetting you. And furthermore, why am I even thanking you? I didn't ask you to thank me. You're only saving grace. You realize who should be thanking who, right? Oh my gosh, silence isn't the proper response either. I don't know what you want me to say. You should be thanking me, okay? I'm the customer. I didn't have to come here. I didn't have to choose to spend my hard-earned money here at this place, but I did, okay? So a little gratitude would be nice. Thank you for coming to our store. Finally, was that so hard? My gosh, customer service is truly a lost art these days. I don't get paid enough.
I actually think being a part of a church body is a really intentionally designed part of a Christian faith.
Okay.
By God, you know, because we as believers, like, we're not supposed to, like, every action we do is either kind of folding in on ourselves, isolating, or we're like reaching out. And we as the bride of Christ is a body, you know, and we are all supposed to be connected to each other. There's passages in some of the epistles that are like, the eye can't do what the foot can do, and the foot can't do what the arm can do. You know, it's like we're all needed. We're all supposed to work together. And so if your faith is just you alone, you're not actually experiencing the fullness of what a faith-driven life can offer. Does that make sense?
It does. I'll tell you why.
Give me a counterpoint.
Yeah. This is not an absolute idea or an absolute concept because I know this is not everyone or everywhere or whatever, but based on my experience, I am not a huge fan of like religious institutions.
100%. I get it.
Because I feel like too many times and too many people kind of use those institutions to kind of prove, like they feel like it almost feels like the need to prove that you have a relationship to God or that you have a religion or that you have a faith and who's the biggest advocate for faith. And like I don't like.
Do you want to play mermaids with me? Yeah, I'll play mermaids with you. But my mermaid can talk to fish, so your mermaid can't talk to fish. Oh, okay. Well, my mermaid can swim really much faster than yours, and you can't swim very fast at all. My mermaid can swim with the sharks, so we'll see. Okay, but okay. That's okay.
Why?